There we go.
Recording.
All right, awesome. So, yeah, I guess we'll start by introducing ourselves. I'm Brittany. Hello.
I'm
Hi.
Bo. Hello. Hi.
Yeah, oh shoot, let me just mute everyone real quick. Mute.
I don't think it's connected.
It shows it as, oh, okay, maybe not. We're good. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so I'm Brittany and this is Bo. We obviously work with Breakaway Movement. That's why you're here. We started in May. Well, I started in May of 2019. I left my job as a bikini barista, in August 30th was my last day of working, and I've been full-time online since then. Yeah.
I was a barista at Starbucks working full-time for a while, and then went to serving part-time, and I affiliated in the end of October and then left my job like a month later. And that's where we are right now with that. This is all obviously super condensed because we have like not a ton of time.
Yeah.
And then
Allie.
Yeah. So I'm Allie. I started in June, and after actually losing my job and buying a house, so it was definitely a risk for me. But I started in June because I guess do whatever Brittany does. I was in the business with her before this.
We just moved together.
Yeah, honestly. So yeah, and for me, it was kind of like my husband and I saw the opportunity and it was a no-brainer for us. And now I stay home full time with my 1.5-year-old daughter, and I live the mom dream, I feel like. So.
Living the life.
Live the mom dream.
The mom dream.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess let's just dive straight into questions.
Okay. So first question is, what benefits have you personally experienced from the water?
Yeah, awesome. I actually want to touch on the science of the water super, super quick before we go into this. Yeah. I know we didn't do this on the call earlier, but basically the main benefit behind the water is molecular hydrogen and ERW and ORP, which is oxidation reduction potential. So in normal people terms, the molecules of the water are actually small enough to enter your cells and rinse out free radicals, which is what causes aging and disease and oxidation and all of that. So same thing like when you leave an apple out, why it turns brown is because it oxidizes. So the same thing happens on our bodies over time from free radicals or just shit in the air, shit that we eat and all of that. So the water is magic because the molecules are small enough to enter your body, whereas in tap water, that doesn't happen. So in tap water, it just kind of goes through your system and doesn't enter your cells, and not to mention all the chemicals and everything that's in tap water. And bottled water, of course, with like the plastics and just sitting on the shelf for 3 to 6 months. It's just plastic baking into your water. So that's a little bit of the science behind the water. But if you're super sciencey in that way and interested in that like I am, then we can always send you more science information. As far as benefits that I've noticed, my skin
Real quick, there are, in the file section, we do have a bunch of science stuff about the water.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah. In the Facebook group, we put some information in there on the science about it. So that's cool. But yeah, as far as benefits that I've noticed, my skin has been a huge one. I used to break out a lot in this area. And I like literally virtually do not at all anymore. So my skin's pretty great now. And then just like overall, like more mental clarity, more energy. It's very subtle. It's not like you're going to wake up and be like Superman or anything, but
it's like the static is just removed without you looking kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like, that's how it was for God.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a really subtle, like, just clarity.
Yeah, like I didn't know how dehydrated I was until I was hydrated.
Yeah.
Like, holy fucking shit, how have I lived 29 years of my life without actually drinking real water?
Yeah.
But then also on the flip side, I've experienced drinking this water and then having tap water. And I had a 32-ounce glass and I was doing the 75 hard challenge. If you guys aren't familiar, it's just like a really intense 75-day thing where you're doing a bunch of shit and then drinking a gallon of water a day. So I was drinking a ton of Kangen water. My body was completely acclimated. And I had a 32-ounce glass at my work, which is a restaurant, which I don't know if you're probably all familiar. The water at restaurants is like toilet water. And I had like fever-like symptoms, got super nauseous, felt like throwing up, got super white in the face to where my manager had to like take me in the back and be like, are you going to throw up on the fucking floor? It definitely like it makes a difference for sure.
Yeah, kind of
But
crazy.
yeah. What about you, Allie?
For me, definitely I would break out, not a whole lot, but I definitely can tell like my skin's a lot clearer and my hair is a lot better. But also just like tasting the water. Like I did not get, that feeling when your mouth is like so dry because you're so dehydrated. Like I don't experience that anymore. Like Kangen water just keeps you hydrated and like it tastes so much better. Like drinking bottled water now or just like tap water, it's gross.
I can't tell you the last time I drank regular water. Like I don't. I would rather like be dehydrated for 4 days than drink regular water because I just can't.
100% agree.
Funny.
Hey, how do you pay off the machine?
How do you pay off?
Yeah. Or how long did it take you to pay off the machine?
I was like, well, you make a payment.
Yeah.
So personally, it took me about 4 to 5 months to make my initial investment back to pay off my machine. Everyone's different. So I never want to give like, this is the amount of time. Like
Right.
Everyone's different. Everyone does different payment plans too. So some people have payment plans that are, $180 for 24 months, or some people have $400 for X amount of time. So it's really different. But I started with the trifecta. So there's a couple different ways that you can start this business. One of them is just the Kangen machine itself, which is about $4,900. And then, good question. How much is the machine? Is there more than one machine? So the Kangen machine itself is $4,900. The entire trifecta investment is about $9K. We started with the entire trifecta, which is the Kangen water machine, the Inespa shower head, and an Ukon turmeric supplement. That's how you make the biggest commission back. So you make $1,100 per sale starting out, then it goes to 17, 22, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Unless you
we
get
started,
quad.
we started with the trifecta. And it took me about 4 to 5 months to make back like about 10 grand to pay that off.
As for me, I also started with the trifecta. I went with a 0% interest credit card. So my payments were around, like, I think they were like $90 a month. And so technically I paid off the machine in 6 months, or the trifecta in 6 months, but I haven't paid it off because I chose to use that $10,000 to go towards my husband's student loans, which are like $200,000.
Yeah.
So don't go be a chiropractor because I make more than my husband and he has $200,000 of loan and a doctorate. So that's the comparison right here. So, what was I going to say? Sorry. So my card is like for 15 months, it's 0% interest. So I think in like September, I'll just pay it off in full then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to touch really quick on financing options too. There's several different options. Allie and I both started with credit cards just because we had the available balance and it just made sense APR wise to have like the lowest APR percentage. But there are tons of different options. There's financing through private lenders. We partner with 2 companies called Oak Tree Lenders or Upstart, or there's Upgrade. And those are pretty easy to get approved for. They give you obviously the terms and you have to agree to them and whatever. Your trifecta ends up being, I think, about, depending on your terms, obviously it's going to be about $300 a month. So it's equal to about a car payment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if you start with the full $9,000 trifecta. If you start with just the K8, I think it's like $150 a month, pretty cheap. So there's those options. And then there's also like financing through a Nagic itself.
The only thing about financing with the Nagic is you have to put money down.
Yes. Yeah. That requires, for the K8 itself, that requires about $1,200 down. And then you can't actually finance the entire trifecta through a Nagic. They only let you do one machine at a time. So.
But obviously we'll go over all that more information and stuff with you guys.
For sure. We kind of just want to touch on everything, just a little bit of everything. But if you have any more questions, definitely just connect with the person who sent you here to get all this info in depth.
Or you can like type them in the chat like people are doing. And
for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your favorite part about this job? Let's just go, what's your favorite part? What's your least favorite part? Let's just do that because that's the next question.
Okay. You go first. Go ahead.
Okay. So my favorite part is exactly this morning or every morning of my life because I get to wake up whenever I want and I get to go hang out with my daughter all day, and we can go do as many adventures as we want. And I get the privilege, I guess, to do that, you know? And so just having that complete freedom is what's my favorite part. And then my least favorite, kind of going on what Gabriella said in the first.
I literally, yep.
Was like, I guess that's like the only thing I can think of is like, I love being home. And so like, now that I can work from home, I don't leave the house. So like, my husband's like, so did you do anything today? And I was like, well, I worked on my couch for like 3 hours.
But like, we don't leave the house.
I got the mail. And so it's like, you know, I don't connect with people in person as much. I just connect with them a lot on social media. But again, like I'm connecting with people from France and Spain, and it's like, that's really cool for me. But I guess that'd be my least favorite.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Maybe we should get out more.
You're good. Nah. I always think that, and then I'm like, maybe not though. My favorite part is not, what did I say earlier? I don't even remember what I said on the other call, but the first thing I'm thinking of right now is not having a job. And like, I was a bikini barista, like I said, before I worked online, and I did that for 2.5 years and absolutely hated it. I have always been the type of person who didn't want to work. Like, I was like, screw work. Like, I never wanted to have a 9-to-5. I went to 2 colleges and dropped out of them both. Like, I just always wanted to do my own thing and be independent and make my own schedule and make my own money in my own way. And now that we get to do that, I mean, we literally went snowboarding today. Like, it's a Tuesday. Like,
we had a call, went snowboarding.
Yeah, came back, had another, went and got a laptop, came back, had another call. Like,
it's been a good day.
It's incredible. Like, it's unreal. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's just, we worked for so long to have this be our reality. And then we found this business in May, and it took me 4 months to leave my job. And it's just,
it's insane.
It's insane.
It really
So I think that's my favorite part, is just the freedom that we get to have, and not having a job, not having to show up somewhere that I don't want to be is like the best thing in the world.
And to branch off that, mine is that, but also like hanging up and retiring my customer service voice for the rest of my fucking life. Because for me, like, I was in the service industry. I was a server and a barista. And if you guys have ever worked in that, the sacrifice that you have to make on your own voice and what that does to you over time, I don't know how people do it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know
just
how
shove
somebody,
yourself in a box for 50 years.
That's
like,
what I was going to say. How do you work for 40 years, like letting someone disrespect you or tell you exactly what to do, when to be, how much you're worth, without that like destroying your soul? And for me, it would have. So like, to be able to like hold myself with the respect that I feel like I deserve and connect with people that are doing the same thing, that is like one of the most important things to me, is that my voice is my voice and it gets the respect that like I feel it should, because there's no one around me to tell me, you know, what to do or what I'm worth or this or that.
You just get to be whoever you are every day.
And we're essentially like, we emanate who we are, and that is how the right people come in. And it's like, it's literally as simple as that.
Yeet.
Yeah. Did I say really just show people our lives? And
exactly.
Then,
that's our job.
It's probably the same thing, right? Like, that was my, not getting out, but like, there are days where you are so accountable and responsible for what happens now, because you run your own business, that if you decide to have like a chill day and that turns into like 3 chill days, you have to be accountable and push yourself.
You have to do your own thing. Yeah, there's no one that's going to call you and be like, show up for work. Like, you have to just show up yourself.
Which is both amazing, but also challenging at times.
I honestly love that, because I am so self-motivated. Like, I have a hard time stopping work. Like, I will answer messages until midnight. Like, I'll just keep replying to people and just be there, because I just enjoy what I do. So I don't dislike that part at all. But I think the part that I dislike the most is that, I just don't, it's hard to meet people now, especially because we just moved to Bend and we don't know anyone here. Like, I have 0 friends in real life, but I have like all these internet friends. So this is like my only friend. But honestly, I like it. Like, I'm not forced to interact with people that I don't like. So whatever. But yeah.
I was totally gonna say something, but I completely forgot. So no. Okay. Maybe I'll come up later. Okay. What would you say to someone who's considering BAM? BAM is Break Right Boot Band. We just call it BAM.
Yeah, BAM fam. So what I would say if you're considering it is just to sign up for BAM. Like, so people have this misconception that signing up and paying the $33 is being like, I'm doing it, like I'm committing, I'm in, and that's not true. Signing up for Breakaway Movement, paying the $33 is just the initial step. You can literally back out like 2 days later or 4 months later. Like, it doesn't matter. When you like dive in and you're actually doing it Adam will answer that in just a second. When you dive in and you're actually doing it is when you would invest in your Kangen machine or your trifecta. And that doesn't happen until you sign up for Breakaway Movement, until you go through the training, until you hop on a call with whoever you sign up with, learn about the financing info, and then you would invest in your machine. So I literally always just tell people, just pay $33. You're never going to feel $33 if you decide it's not for you. But that way you at least give it a chance and you check it out and you learn what it's all about. And then you can go from there.
And that's how virtually everybody started that has ever had success with literally anything, is to research it and see if it's for them. And I feel like if you're in this call, you're already looking over the fence for another way, which tells us that you're probably not super stoked on where you're at. So $33 to like check it out is probably a small investment. It's like a small sacrifice. And we don't gain financially anything from anyone joining. Like, there is no incentive other than
I don't
you
get commission.
figuring out if this is like for you. So that's something to note. But yeah, I would say the same thing, that if you're even curious, like I'm the type of person that if I leave a stone turned over, I lose sleep. Like I have to find the right path. I have to find, like, we have one life and I want to live the best possible life I can. And if something comes into my path that could potentially lead me there, I am personally have to turn the fucking rock over. So if you really resonate with that, like $33 to just see if this is for you is like pretty small cost in the long run of, 50 years left to live kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would touch on that because like I like what I said before is like I pay $33 a month for basically all the training we have in there could essentially be like a college degree, and like the automation we get, it's basically your own website. And so like my husband, like I said earlier, he paid $200,000 to get a chiropractic degree and I get paid more than him. So It's like, that's the huge comparison, as in like $33 for an entire platform is really nothing.
Yeah.
And you can always, so you can like get all the training, grow social media, money mindset, law of attraction, and you can cancel it and go take that and do something else.
You're free to it. And then Adam, right now we do not. So obviously, like, I'm aware that, both of us have researched into like our goals longevity wise.
And so just in case anyone didn't see that question, the question is, do you have other sources of income? We do not have other sources.
No.
BAM is our full-time income.
Right. But I am aware like that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. So like longevity over time, yes, I want to be a millionaire and we will. But as of right now, like, it wasn't necessary to maintain a job that we were both miserable at. So this is the only form for us right now.
Yeah. Yep.
I would agree.
How many sources of income are there? The trifecta and the Kangen. So there's 2 different investments that you can make, which is just the Kangen machine or just the trifecta. And they don't bring different sources of income necessarily. The investing in the trifecta will make you more quicker. And investing in the Kangen will make you less, slower, but they're not, you can't like do 2 at once, if that makes sense. So there's just one source of income, which
you make commission off each machine you have, though. You do make more commission off each one. Like,
it's like,
yeah, I don't want to confuse.
I mean, it's like a strategy, kind of. The trifecta is a strategy. So if you go to like a Enagic and is like, I'm investing in a trifecta and I want to, like, they're going to be like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care. Because essentially it's like you're selling yourself, like you're your first customer. You're going to make commission back on your own sale. So we won't go too much into that, but that's just kind of.
So Kelsey said, how long does it take to do the training until you're ready for ordering a machine? Oh, and then Steph kind of answered.
It's at your own pace.
It's at your own pace. It totally depends. I
went through it in 2 nights.
Yeah, I did mine in about a week because I was just ready. But I have a girl that signed up for Breakaway Movement in July and is just now financing her K8. So it took her months, but she wanted to be in Breakaway Movement and she wanted to just kind of like learn everything and be around it before she got ready. So it literally is anywhere from 2 days to 2 years. Like
Mhm.
it
It's
just
really up to
depends.
you.
Yeah.
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 Okay, should we go to the next question?
Yeah.
What is the craziest, coolest thing you've learned and realized through this job?
Same thing as what my answer was on the call earlier. Law of attraction. So I'm going to tell the same story too. So okay, years ago, I was a part of a small ticket MLM. And so it was like an online business sort of thing. We did sales for like little Juice Plus capsules. It was called Juice Plus. And Allie and Gabby were actually in it with me. So that's so funny. And now we're here. But
That is funny.
but anyways, so my goal back then was to make $10,000 a month. Like that's my goal for so long. And when I started this business in May, I was like, cool, I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna do it this time. I obviously never got there in my last business. So when I started this business in May, I was like, I'm gonna get really serious about manifesting, law of attraction, and all of that. So I would sit, like I remember all summer, every morning when I would wake up, I would sit in front of my mirror and I would look myself in the eyes for 10 minutes and I would talk about how I was gonna make $10,000 a month. And I would just tap into that and how good that felt for me. And then November was our first $10,000 month. And since then we've had 5-figure months. So that was like kind of unreal. That was the first time that I really, really saw it happen. And I fully believe that that was just like partially because of my like dedication and hard work, but also hugely because of my belief in law of attraction, just my mindset and the work that I put into that. So I think that of everything is the biggest thing that this business has taught me, is just how to have like an abundant mindset. And we hear that all the time, but like truly though,
putting it into practice.
Yeah.
For me, similar to that, I have an identical twin for people who don't know, and me and my brother, his name's Bryce, would always, like from the time we were 17, 18 years old, our like phrase to go to was, we wanted to get paid to be ourselves. That was my dream for my life, is to get paid to be me, to be who I am authentically, to not fake shit, to just be myself. And now the position that I'm in is that the more myself that I am, the more people come into my page and ask me questions and get interested and then end up joining the business, because the things that I'm passionate about, when I'm outward with them, draw in the people that are passionate about the same things. And that is like the craziest thing about business, is that me speaking my passions, my life lessons, my dreams, my hopes, my visions are drawing in the people with the same thing. And all I have to do is open my heart and open my mouth and open my mind to the world, let the world in, and then it's literally just been insane like that.
Yeah. Allie, do you want to do yours? And then Lauren asked a really good question.
Yes. So I would say mine, I kind of am switching mine from earlier. I don't remember what I said earlier, but I would say like just a kind of a realization that I had is like everyone focuses so much on their career and like what job they have to do. They have to go to college, they have to graduate college, then they have to get this career and work it for 60 years and then retire. And it's like my husband and I kind of had this realization, is like I can work this for like 5 years and get to the point where I'm making that residual $5,000 a month income or more and completely retire. And like I want my life to be around my experiences I make, the adventures, showing my daughter the world instead of her having to go to to or school to like learn about the world. Like I would rather her go see the world. So that's kind of mine.
It's beautiful.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. So I want to answer these questions because they're really good. So Lauren said, how did you get over the vulnerability of sharing your life online? You know what, to be completely honest with you, I don't think you ever really do. I don't think you ever really do. It's always going to be a little bit scary. I definitely care less now than I used to, but we still, like the other day, both posted something to his story and he was like, was that too much? Like, what was it okay? Like,
and I said it in the story, like you just being open. It's okay to be afraid. And like, in our world, it's such a stigma don't be afraid, but like, what the fuck? It's a natural emotion.
You almost just have to feel the fear into it anyways. It's one of those kind of things. And I do think it helps that when you do, and when you're expressing your truth, naturally, you're going to get people who resonate with your truth and who are like, wow, this is amazing. Thank you for sharing. And it's going to boost your confidence. And it's just going to be this like positive cycle where you share and people love it. And so you share more and people love it more, and it just keeps going. And I think that it's just about, initially it's like, it's just about getting out there and doing it. And yeah, like Gabby said, it does get easier, but you just have to start.
And something to just keep in mind is it's like almost a disservice to humanity to keep your gifts and your lessons, what you've learned inside, because there could be somebody out there that is in desperate need of the shit you just went through to learn some wisdom.
Yeah.
And by you opening up and sharing how you really feel and what it took to get through some dark times, you could literally be like helping someone in their evolution of their life.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it that way, that like you're almost obligated to show up because the world needs whatever you have.
Yeah. You have a secret gift. You have something to share with the world that the world needs. And without you, it wouldn't be out there, and the world needs your voice, you know?
And I can say that's the truth because the people that I was following, like some of my friends and their wisdom helped me get through dark times. So it's not just like this woohoo bullshit. Like it's real. It helped me. And I know that I've helped people because they've told me.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have no idea the impact you can have. If you stay small, you know that you won't have one.
Yeah. 100%.
I still had to give myself like a little pep talk.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like today, for instance, I was just, I don't know, feeling myself. I was like, I'm going to post something on my story. And then
I could tell your energy was so
I
high.
know. I was just
Yeah.
vibing high. And holy crap, I had like 4 people reach out to me and were like, what the heck are you doing? And I was like, I spent my whole life just like comparing myself to other people. And I'm still working on it, but you just honestly just kind of have to get over it. Like,
Yeah. You just
people don't care as much as you think they do.
Right.
And so I'll post something and be like, oh my God, that person just looked at it. They're probably judging me. And it's like, probably they don't give 2 shits.
They went
Yeah.
right by it.
They didn't even think about it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So Kelsey said, how many personally a month are you selling? Okay. I'm just going to walk you through my every single month so far. Just cause I like to be just completely transparent with it. So I started May 7th. That was my first day. I made my first sale to Allie, actually. She was my very first sale about a month and a half later. So the end of June. What was that?
Said you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And you're just great. Like, so awesome. Okay. So yeah. So I made 1 sale in June. I made 0 sales in May, my first month. I made 1 sale in June. July, I think I made it was 2 pieces of a sale. So it wasn't a full trifecta. So it equaled like 1 trifecta. So July, I made basically 1 sale. August, I think I made 2. September, I think I also made 2. And October was our big blow up month. So October, we had 2 sales in 1 day. And so we made $4,000 in a day, which was like, that was the moment that we were like, holy
I still have to like
shit.
check in and be like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy. So that was the time where it really took off. So we made $4,000 in a day. I think in October total, we made 3 sales.
In like direct, right? In our own, was it 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had 1 more.
And then I think Allie, you made some sales.
She had a
So we
couple.
made some money from that.
Yep.
I think in October we made like $7,000.
So I thought it's close to 8. It was
Maybe
like
8.
in there.
November
Something like
we
that.
made, that was our
Which is
first,
still twice as much as we were making working 70 hours. a week
$7,000 was
combined.
a lot of money to us.
Like,
It
that's
still is.
still
Like, that's a
crazy.
lot of money.
Yeah, that is.
And then November was our first $10,000 month. I think we hit just over 10,000. So that meant that right now we earn $4,000 per sale. So if we make 3 sales in a month, we make $12,000.
Yep.
And so 2 sales, 1 sale a month is still a lot of money. So November, I think we made 3.
And then Allie, you had a couple in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, November was I had 4. So that was like an $8,000 month for me.
Yeah. So you made $8,000 that month and we made $4,000 from just your sales.
So it was like, I think it was like 11.5 is what we made that month.
Yeah. And
Something
then
like that, closer to 12.
December, I think we made 3. December was a little bit of a slower month, honestly, just I think because of Christmas and
I don't think I had any sales in December.
December was a little bit slower. And then January so far we've made like $5,000 so far.
Yep.
Marie's just went in, so
Cool.
It did.
Nice.
Nice.
That was-
Okay, we're waiting on that.
so we
Sweet.
both made a sale.
Yes.
So yeah. So on average, to answer your question for like actually how many per month, it ranges anywhere from 1 to 4 on average, which can be anywhere from 4,000 to 16,000, I guess.
Mhm. And then Adam's question, is Enagic able to pay out this much money to so many people because the amount of sales is constantly growing? Yes.
Well,
And
and they don't. Oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, so Enagic does not put any money towards marketing. They
Right.
put all their money towards their distributors. So that's how they can pay us so much, is because we make the sales, we get paid a
And
lot.
it's expensive. Those are big ticket items, high ticket, which is why the high return.
Right.
Which
They're
is
medical, they're licensed medical devices. They're used in
Correct.
hospitals in Japan. So they're pretty legit. And Enagic's been around for like 40 something years. So
Right.
Yeah. And their compensation plan is patented. So it's unlike anything else in the world.
Literally not a single other company is using it. They cannot.
yeah, pretty
Insane.
crazy. Do you have the commission/incentive breakdown? Dang, I wish I could share my screen and pull it up right now, but I don't know. This is a brand new laptop, so I don't know where it is.
I can do it.
On my oh, can you? That'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
I'll just go toward, because we have the pictures in the, you're gonna be mad at me again because I have all my tabs open.
Oh my god.
That's
Okay, so I'll first go to like just what a trifecta breakdown, and then I'll go towards the other one. Okay, sure.
Side note, actually, maybe we should skip this part and put it in the thingy because I think we have 3 minutes. I think it's going to cut us off.
Oh no, it updated. I saw a thing.
Okay, cool.
It did.
Sweet.
I'll go through this real
Okay,
quick.
we'll pull this up really quick.
Okay, so this is going to be real quick, so pay attention, people. Okay, so this, first off, this is technically points, okay? So it's like, so a trifecta is 3 points. So your 1A lane is 1 to 2 points. So this is like how much? So I think I'm almost a 4A. Brittany, you guys 5A yet?
I'm 5A,
She's
yeah.
5A.
5A. Okay, so like Brittany and Bo said they make about $4,000. So that's Brittany and Bo's combined. So this is like what Brittany makes per sale, but she also has what Bo would make, which don't pay attention to that. We'll go into that later. So, but this is like, so 1 to 2 sales. So like I'm 4A. So we'll just, because her sale went in. So right here, I've had 21 points. And so this is how much I make every time I sell a trifecta. This is how much.
21 points is basically 7 people because a trifecta is 3. And so 21 divided by 7 is 3.
So this would be 33 people, not 101 people.
So I've gotten to 5A by making like 17 sales or whatever it is. Like I haven't had 51 people. I've had like 17.
And not all of those are even direct.
Yeah. Some of those have been Allie's people.
Right. So like that's kind of, I mean, I'd rather do 33 instead of 101.
Yeah. Same.
So yeah, that's the commission for each. So you start out at 1,100. So it goes 1,100, 1,100, 1,100. Then you get bumped up to 1,695, 1,695, 1,695. Then it goes up to 22 for like 5 sales, and then 28 for maybe 10 sales, and then you go up to 33. So that's the max per person. But
you never lose rank. So like I will never be a 3A again. And I can, if I want, like I could eventually make more money than Brittany. I think I did in November, technically.
you did. You make more money off your sales because you're a 4A, but I only earn 2A commission off of you because you're in my 2A lane. So when you made 8,800 in November, I only made 4,400 from your sales.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm sure some of you are confused, but we can go over that more later. So this is like the big thing. Like everyone's goal needs to be to get to 6A, because when you hit to 6A is like when the real money starts happening. So most people on average get to 6A between 6 to 12 months. Obviously everyone's journey is different. So, and this is like the magic right here. The reason why we also have trifectas is so you can control it. So like I can hit 6A2-3 and I don't have to rely on other people. Like I can get there myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is $5,000 a month for life that you can then pass down to your kids.
So I'm 5A right now. I'll probably be 6A in, my original goal was before Valentine's Day, but that probably won't happen. It'll probably be in March. So I'll get a $3,000 bonus. So that will probably be like a $20,000 a month by that point. And then 6A2 will happen shortly after, because that will be when Bo hits 6A, and he's already almost 4A. So 6A2 will be sometime maybe in the summer.
Because I'll hit 6A too.
Yeah, and you'll hit 6A. And then I'll probably hit the 6A2-3 sometime in 2021, which means that I'll earn $5,000 monthly for life that I can pass on to my kids.
And that's residual. You don't have to lift a finger.
That's residual. That means that literally I could never make another sale, and I'd earn $5,000 monthly for life on top of a $25,000 bonus. And that $5,000 monthly for life doesn't include the commissions that we're already making. So I would also earn the sales that we're already putting through, and our team and all of that. So we just had someone in our organization, or in our in Breakaway Movement, hit 6A2-3, and she earns about $40,000 a month.
And she's 26.
She's 26.
Like, see, I'm pretty sure she makes $450,000 a year.
Yeah, she's a billionaire for sure.
On top of the $5,000 a month.
Yeah, it's
Crazy,
insane.
man.
Like that's why this is patented. Like, no one has hit this level yet.
Yeah,
There's so much potential.
Yeah.
It's still too new in the world, like especially with the internet. Like they used to do the shit door to door, which I can't imagine how hard that would be. But now we have the internet. Like Breakaway Movement is one of the biggest communities in the world for Enagic, which is like wild.
Yeah. So, any questions on this before I stop sharing it?
we have this one.
Yeah, we have some.
The FDA. I thought he asked about FDA.
Yeah, are they working on FDA approval in the U.S.?
So I pulled it up. I think they have been approved for UConn. It doesn't say that they're registered for the water, so I'm going to do some research on that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great question.
I'm
honestly not sure. Like, I don't want to answer something that I don't know. So
Yeah.
we'll have to look into that.
Or with the trifecta, would I only get points if someone bought the trifecta, or would I get points? So you would get points for selling a Kangen machine.
Yeah.
The one thing about is like if you don't have a UConn, you can't get UConn points.
Which is part of the trifecta. So, but no matter if you start with a K8 or a trifecta, you'll get points for vice versa, either way, except for the UConn. If you don't have an UConn, you won't get an UConn point.
Yes. Okay. I think there was a couple more questions on here. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we kind of went over the finance options. So that's just something we'll go over also on like a call that you have with your advisor. So either Brittany or me, or Bo, I guess. Yeah, too. Sorry, Bo. And then, but the next, okay, so how do you promote these pricey machines?
Hang on, wait 1 sec. Before we go into that, Adam said, ooh, what? So I don't know what he's saying what about, but I'll answer that. And then Christina said, I don't quite understand the 6A level. Is that when people sign up under you? So 6A, you get to 6A over time by just making sales. So if you make one trifecta sale, you're immediately a 2A. If you make like UConn, we'll answer that in a second. If you make 3 trifecta sales, you're...
I guess I didn't even put that in context.
If you make 3 trifecta sales, you're a 3A. So by the time you make 33 trifecta sales, you're a 6A. And that means you've earned about $100,000 by the time you get to 6A.
Because trifecta is 3 points.
Yeah. So 101 is 33 trifectas or 33 people, which is, commission-wise, it's about $100,000 in commission.
So 6A is just kind of like the top level. And then you like hit an even more top level.
Yeah, it's like the first top level.
That means essentially 101 things have been sold in your organization to simplify it the most.
Yeah.
And then so the UConn is a turmeric supplement that is washed in Kangen water. And turmeric is an extremely potent and powerful supplement to take.
Anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, and so that is what I just looked on Enagic's website, and it says the FDA stamp for the UConn, which is the turmeric supplement, which is a part of the trifecta. But it did not say the water was registered, so I'm going to look into that because I don't think I've had that question yet.
Yeah, I've never been asked that. But yeah, the UConn comes in tea, soap, or capsules. We have all 3 of them, and you literally get enough to last you for like Asia's. Like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just give my mom a whole box full.
we've gifted so much because
We'd
we just
have tea
can't.
for 40 years after the
Like,
apocalypse, man. We have so many boxes in
it's
there.
ridiculous. But yeah,
What was
that's what
the question though?
Yeah, what was the question you
Okay,
asked?
so
do you
how do we promote these pricey machines?
Okay, this is my favorite thing to talk about. We promote the expensive ass machines because people will pay anything for their freedom. Like, truly, like, people, we didn't invest $9,000 because we care about our health that much. We actually do. But had you been like, hey, it's $9,000 for this water machine and this shower head and this Ukon product, we would have been like, you're fucking crazy. We don't have $9,000. But when it came to our freedom, we did have $9,000. We found a way to make that $9,000. Yep. And that's what we market and promote the most, because that's what people resonate with the most. People are more likely to invest $9,000 in their health or in their freedom and their future than they are in just their health. And so that's why marketing the lifestyle and the commission is so, so powerful. Because when you tell people online, yeah, I'm making $1,100 on my first sale, they're like, how? Like, how? And it just makes sense, right? You invest $9,000 to make $1,100 per sale starting out, and then 17, and then 22, and so on and so forth. People get that you can make your money back really quickly. You have a product that is literally water. It's never going anywhere. It's like, we need it. It's not some stupid product like protein powder. Like, I mean, protein powder is great too, but you know what I mean? It's water. Like, it's a universal product. It's environmentally friendly. It's good for your health. And the commission is incredible. And so people just get it. It's kind of a win-win all around. And when you market it in the way of like, hey, this one-time investment can make you literally millions of dollars over the course of the rest of your life, it just makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing is we're not like promoting, like, you're probably here because you see our posts or you see an ad, and it's like, we're not here saying, buy this water machine. Like, obviously that's how we invest and start a business, but we're promoting the lifestyle that it allows you to have. Yeah. So I think that's because people, like Brady said, people care more about money than their actual health. Mm-hmm. It's super sad, but
it's necessary though. They're both beautiful parts of life. Steph said there's 68 uses for the water. It's not just drinking, or for the machine. It's not just drinking water. Very true. So you can do anything from, I literally use it as natural melatonin. The 11.5 is natural melatonin. You can use it as toner for your skin. You can use it to wash your fruits and veggies. You can use it to clean your counters. It's completely, obviously,
disinfect,
non-toxic.
like wounds, literally.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of insane what you.
I'm gonna post the 9.5 video in the group so people can see like how disgusting fruits and vegetables.
It's gnarly.
Are.
You can also use it to replace laundry detergent, like household stuff, all your household cleaners. So over time, it saves you that money too.
Each pH level has its, like, so if you didn't know, like, the machine changes the water's pH level, and each pH level has its own purpose.
Yeah,
for sure.
Maybe we'll run upstairs too and show you guys our machine. That might be fun. So once you reach the level where you earn $5,000 per month, does that mean you can retire completely, or do you still have to be working under an addict to receive the money? You can retire completely. Like, Amelia,
well, you have to keep your account active. So that's why we make it into an LLC. It's like you make it into an LLC, and then your LLC can then be transferred to your kids, and as long as your kids don't just like make your LLC disappear.
Yeah, as long as you didn't cancel it, like, you would still receive that $5,000 a month. But yeah, you could go take 2 months. Like, you could throw your phone in the ocean and take 2 months, and you'd still receive your $5,000 check. Like, you have lifetime distributor benefits by owning your own machine. Yeah, awesome. How do you keep drinking Kangen water if you're a big traveler? You can either take your machine with you. They go through security because they're medical devices. So you can take Kangen water actually through TSA. They'll approve it. So you can take.
We have forms for that too.
Yeah. You can take your machine with you and travel with it. Or, for example, we're going to Bali in May for a business retreat, and there will be like a breakaway machine hooked up there. Or if you're going on like a small trip, we just like take jugs with us.
Yep.
Yeah. Or if you can't take it with you for some reason, you kind of just have to bite the bullet. Yep. I'm gonna try to never do that.
No, we will not. We will never not have it.
But yeah.
But like, I know people that live in a van, and they literally have cooked it up to their van. Like, they obviously put a sink in their van, but yeah, they have.
Yeah, they're pretty portable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. Was there any other questions, Allie?
Not on the Facebook group. Does anyone else have any questions?
Oh, Esther just text me actually, and I know she's on this call, so I'm just gonna answer it right now. Hey, Esther. She said, to confirm, you said someone makes $40,000 every month. Do you know who? Well, there's several people actually. I know Lacey makes at least like $30K a month.
Lacey makes a ridiculous amount of money.
Lacey has made like $600,000 in her first year, which is insane.
She started in February.
That's like wild. And like, that's not everyone. I just want you guys to know like that.
For sure.
That's like very,
That's
very
insane.
rare.
Yeah.
But
Amelia also makes probably around 40,000 a month. That was the one that hit the 6A2-3, the $5,000 monthly.
If not more.
They
Shayna
also created Breakaway Movement.
Right.
Shayna and Dave make quite a bit. They probably make $30K a month.
Balaj is like 6 figures a month. He's like an OG though. He's way.
And then who's the other person? What's her name? Marissa probably also makes about 30K a month.
Yep.
So I mean, like, this is like, okay, it's like, for example, Marissa, she hit 6A in 3 months. But the thing is like, Marissa also broke her leg, and so she was laying in bed, and all she did was just went on social media and talked about this business and was able to do that. And so
that's 100K in 3 months, just to let you guys know.
So like, it's definitely doable if you do that and put the time into that. Like, I'm a mom, and so I don't have time to just sit on social media all day.
Yeah.
So, but everyone has their own journey. So yeah.
Are there any other questions? Guys, I'm so excited for after this call because I'm going to sit here and do nothing and just be on my new laptop.
But okay, so kind of just to end the call is like, that if you're wondering like what's the next thing to do, the next thing would do is to reach out to whoever brought you here and to sign up for Breakaway Movement. That's the $33, and you can literally see, it's like, we can tell you so much what we do, how we promote it, but if you don't see it, it's hard to really understand it.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, Jason has a question real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, Jason.
So my curiosity is the matrix that you guys display where you show the direct sales.
He wants to know about commission as he talks to CEO talk. He wants to talk about commissions if it's not a direct sale.
Commissions if it's not a direct sale.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Hey, I got this.
He likes to talk in circles, so sometimes
context.
I'm right there with you though, man. I get it. You want to paint the whole picture. I get it. Yes.
Hey, congratulations on your Nessa and JR2, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Very happy with them. I shower in glory every morning.
Okay, let me pull it up here.
Oh, Kelsey said we will sign up after this call. Woo, congrats. That's
okay,
awesome.
so this is going to be like, I'll just save this picture real quick and put it on.
Wait, are you pulling something up or can I just go into the explanation of that?
You can go in the explanation. I'm going to share my screen though so they can see it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so this is a little bit confusing. Maybe Gabby can try to explain it later as well. So Allie was my first sale ever, okay? So she was I served the trifecta, which meant I immediately, on my very first sale, became a 2A. So Allie is in my 2A lane. The 2A commission is $1,130. So I only ever earn $1,130 off of Allie. But someone else, for example, like Esther, who's on here, is in my 4A lane. And so anytime Esther makes a sale, I earn $2,800 off of hers. If I were
22 before.
Oh, sorry, it is 20. Yeah, it is 22.
Yeah, 22.
So it depends on where they're at in your organization. But if I so those are indirect sales. If I were to make a direct sale right now as a 5A and I put it under just me, I would earn 28. But I don't ever put it under just me. I always stack it under Bo because then Bo makes commission and I make commission. And so Bo's in my 4A lane. So I earn 22 off of anything that I put under him. And then he earns 17. So we earn like 45, but because points wise, it's about 4,000, not 45. But hopefully that kind of makes sense. It literally just depends where people are at. If it's an indirect sale, it depends where they're at in your organization. What lane they're in basically. So if they're in your 3A lane, you're going to earn $1,695 and so on and so forth.
And I do want to touch on, I won't say a whole lot about this, but since we do have some couples on here, like kind of what Brittany said before is like, Brittany put Bo right here underneath her 4A lane. So she's putting sales underneath Bo as if Bo made that sale. So like Bo gets a commission and then Brittany gets a commission.
And that's
So,
how we
for
make them.
Kelsey, you could start out with your trifecta, and then your husband, like for my husband, we're going to buy an Yukon in my 4A lane. And so like Kelsey, you could put your husband in your 4A lane when you get there, and then he'll get a commission and then you get a commission. So you're making double. That's called the 4A hack, but it's obviously will help you along the way with that. But that's just like the potential that you have here.
Yeah.
And that's how Bo and Brittany make $4,000 on one sale.
And like since we started rolling, we've made about 3 or 4 direct sales for the past, like 3 months.
Yeah. On average, we probably make 3
Around
trifecta
it. It's
sales
really
per
like
month.
30 days is a long time. That's a lot of days, a lot of hours to put in work, and that's a lot of potential for things to happen. And it doesn't take much to crack 5 figures, which is still fucking weird for me to say that. It's like, we're still brand new to this. Like, we've only been doing this for less than a
we
year.
used to be broke like 9 months ago. We were like scraping.
Dude,
We
hustling
donated
hard, man.
plasma to
Literally,
get by.
pay bills.
We would donate plasma.
My husband.
I hated that shit.
Yeah.
But it's a trip. But that's the thing about like the benefit to, if you are building as a couple, like we've been able to climb the ladder so much faster because we have 2 working for 1.
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless of whatever you're doing, like still.
I mean, I think I want to touch on this a little bit is like, I can see a lot of people are like almost $10,000 for a trifecta. It's like, honestly though, we have an like entire video that explains the trifecta, which we can put in the group if you want us to. And then like, or I guess you'll see it when you sign up for Breakaway Movement, it's on there. But like I've never had an issue with selling a trifecta. Like people see that value if they're really serious.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what you've always told me, and like it's a thing, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. People are either willing to make a change or they're not. Or even if this is right or it's not, that's fine. But the people that are ready are just going to walk right through that door.
Yeah.
Which is why we don't have to reach out and be annoying and cold message people, because the ones that are ready to pull the trigger and reach out to us.
Yeah. I always like, if someone asks in the beginning, like, what's the investment? I'm just like, oh, it's 9K. Like,
right.
I'm just up.
And
And they're either like, holy shit, or they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And by the time like Breakaway Movement is so powerful and it does so much automation for you, because by the time that you go through Breakaway Movement and you go through all the training, by the time I hop on a phone with someone to go over like financing info, they're like, cool, so I want the trifecta, like how do I finance it? And there is no, like, we don't ever convince, and it's just, that's low.
And it's like, this isn't like, I guess some people are like, oh, it's like an MLM because Brittany makes commission off my sale. But it's like, in MLMs, it's like, how many people can you reach out to a day? Like, Brittany and I have never, ever reached out to anyone.
0.
Ever. Like, we use ads and get like 10 to 20 people a day coming to us who want to do the business.
Right.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to touch on that super quick, and then we should wrap it up because it's been an hour already.
An hour, holy crap.
But I just want to touch on automated advertising really quick. So we use Facebook for automated ads. So if you're not super big on social media and you're like, I don't know how many people I would get from my organic following, social media, like the backside, advertising is like the most powerful thing in the world. We pay $5 a day to reach hundreds of thousands of people around the world. We target the US and Canada, ages 21 to 30. With people that have interest in law of attraction, entrepreneurship, and travel. And so these people see our ad and they swipe up and they fill out a little thing. And then we get in touch with them and say, hey, you were interested, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They end up signing up for Breakaway Movement, go through with the trifecta or not. But on any given day, right now, we're reaching between like 12 to 20 people that come through on our ad every single day. And if one of those people turns into a sale, that's $4,000 for us.
Which they did. We spent $54, made $4,000 back. And then it's been another couple weeks. We maybe spent $80 and we're looking at making another $4,000.
Yeah. So
it's like,
we made our first ad sale after running our ad for 2 weeks. And then we made $4,000.
And Allie's been doing that too. That's how you've been reaching like
international
Allie waters over here.
Allie has like a girl from France and Spain that she met from an ad.
Yeah, I was just on the phone with a girl from Portugal the other day, and we were both just kind of like in awe that we were on the phone together.
Like, what a beautiful time to be alive, man.
I just haven't like I shared earlier is like I I struggled a lot with comparing myself to others and thinking what people think of me. And so I did not do a lot of organic marketing. And so like I've obviously kind of overcome that now, but like so I just went straight into ads and I mastered those, and I'm more than willing to help you. And I have like 3 ads running right now, and I just kind of see which ones work for me. And so they're powerful.
Amazing. Sweet. Well, if you guys have any other questions, type them in the chat real quick. Otherwise, I think we're donezo. I have big connects in Australia I can reach out to and target with ads. Yeah,
huge.
That's huge, man.
So many people. And we have Australia financing. So we have debt financing for like US, Australia, Canada, and United Kingdom. Like we're still collecting stuff for like the rest of Europe. But for those countries, we have financing for them. So yeah, Australia's huge.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of Australians in Breakaway movement now. Can you finance a trifecta solely through Enagic/Breakaway or just a K8? My credit score is low and my partner and I have gotten denied for multiple loans, so we want to know options. Yeah, really good question. So you can only finance the K8 through Enagic, the K8 and the Ukon. And so the Anespa would be the leftover piece. The Anespa itself is about $3,300 with tax and shipping and all of that, depends on your state and your sales tax. But so the Anespa would be the leftover piece that you would have to finance somewhere else. But you could always just start with just the K8 and the Ukon through Enagic and then add the Anespa at a later time to complete your trifecta. And yeah, Christina,
do you know who brought you to the group?
Yeah, Brittany.
Okay, so Brittany can send you the link then to sign up for Breakaway Movement.
Yeah, so
well, I just wanna. It was just on our story, so I don't know. I can message you though.
Yeah, for sure. Just message me, or you can just go to the link in my bio and you would sign up there. Super simple.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing before we all leave?
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of it has to do with finding what it is about the water that you're passionate about. Like for me in particular, it's sustainability. Of course, I care about health too because I'm a nurse and that's kind of part of my DNA. But I'm super passionate about sustainability. So that's kind of going to be like my brand, and that I'm able to tell people how awesome it is that we can actually reduce the amount of plastic that we use just by using this one machine. And like the impact that can have on the world. And that's something that I'm extremely passionate about. So if people can pick up on that you're passionate about it, then that makes them like, that raises the energy and that makes them feel like, oh, wow, that's really awesome that we're doing that. Like, how can I get involved with something like you're so passionate about it? Like, how can I get involved? So I feel like it's also just about really being passionate about it. And that kind of drives the energy that you need. It's like back to what Brittany said about the law of attraction. Like if you're just super passionate and put that into the universe, then that can bring so much to you. Like people that are also passionate about that want to join you and be part of your team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
We don't have to work with everyone. Like you can choose who you work with. And so like, there's people that are negative and stuff. And it's like, if anyone's like, that's a lot of money and I can't do this. It's like, okay, then don't do it. Like it's nothing against us.
Does anyone use ClickFunnels? Good question. We have funnels set up in Breakaway Movement actually. So that's
what you get for the $33.
Yeah,
we have like 5 right now that you get.
Yeah, we have 5 of them that you can choose from, but that comes with the $33 that you pay for Breakaway Movement. And you can just send people to your funnel basically, and that tracks your leads. And so when you go and watch, like say Adam, you went and watched Bo's web class, your name and your information that you filled out would show up on Bo's ClickFunnels and we would see all of that. Mm-hmm. So it's all tracked.
Yep.
And the nice thing is like that becomes Bo's lead. So like if you went and clicked mine, it wouldn't show up. You are Bo's lead.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how like you get to choose who you work with as coming into the business too. Like your investment is your choice. That means whoever you resonate with, you go with. And that's why, like what Steph said, all we do is speak whatever aspect of this we are passionate about, because the people that, like she said, are passionate about the same thing. You want to work with like minds, like when you radiate passion, people are attracted to that. So you find, you like, let the business morph to you. You don't have to change yourself to be something or fit a mold. You literally let this, like you speak through it, not vice versa.
Yeah.
So whatever you are passionate about in this, that is the avenue you pursue. And that's how, if you don't know where to start or what brand to build, you just ask yourself, what do you care about? What do you love? What lights you up?
And you just be
And
yourself.
go that direction. That's it.
Yep. 100%. Okay.
Recorded that though.
Adam received.
Cool.
Will
For
message.
sure.
Cool. I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on and listening to us ramble for an hour and 5 minutes. And yeah, if you have more questions, definitely just connect with the person who sent you this call. And yeah. Alrighty.
Cool. And yeah, we'll be in touch. Your doors are always open, guys.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya
Yeah.
later.